Hey. A happy Sunday night, everybody. It is September 1st, 2024. Fall is in the air, and the summer, in my mind, is over. And here we are, once again, the True Crime Cafe on a Sunday night, closing out the weekend together, because that is the way to do it. Come on in the door, guys. Get yourself comfortable. What has been going on these? I spelled it wrong, of course. True crime streets I'm sorry. What has been going on in true crime over the weekend? Over the weed. Oh my God, that's great. I hate it. I hate it, guys. I did this. What a mess, guys. I'm sorry. Give me a minute, folks. We'll be right back. Wow. All right. All right, guys. Let's try that intro one more time. Welcome back, guys. It is Sunday night. Let's close this weekend out the right way, doing it together, guys. What has been going on in true crime over the weekend? Let's check it out and talk it over. Let's do this thing, guys. Get yourselves a seat, get comfortable, share this out with anybody you think would want to jump in here and talk with us and join us tonight. Let's do it right. I will see y'all in 30 seconds. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Should I say it one more time? Here we go. Oh, yeah. There we go. It is great to be here with you guys tonight. I hope you're having had a great weekend, and I hope you're all having a great night tonight. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. Wow, long day, long day. Of course, all my children's and my family were all here, and they just finished leaving about 45 minutes ago. So I decided, hey, what better to do than to close the night off and to come hang with you amazing people for a while and see what has gone on over the weekend in the true crime world. Talk about it. Talk about us. Talk about whatever we talk about as we talk about. Hey. So thank you guys so much for joining me. We got 41 amazing peeps in here. 37 likes. We are catching up. We're getting there. Let's try to get this in that algorithm if we can. Thank you, amazing people, for joining me. Thank you to the brew. Guys, I can't talk. I can't type. I can't do nothing tonight. Sorry to disappoint anybody that was here for the weed, because there's no weed. Sorry. I just type too fast and don't pay attention when I'm done. I don't know what the hell happened with that one, but that was crazy. Funny though, funny as it is. It was funny. So thank you again for being here. Thank you, Blue Crew, for joining me tonight and doing everything you do, because I could not, would not, nor should not ever try to do this without you. So thank you once again. Awesome, 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 awesome people. Labor Day is tomorrow. Hopefully a bunch of you guys. Sorry, Mom. Well, a bunch of you guys don't have to work tomorrow. That's awesome. Hopefully. Excuse me. For those of you that still have to, I'm so sorry and my apologies. But some people just have to go. I used to have to go in no matter what, holiday or not. My wife does too. She has to work tomorrow. So we kind of had a little, I guess you could call it, not a shindig, but a little get together. I got to see my granddaughter I haven't seen in 3 years today. That was awesome. Made my whole day. My son, that I haven't seen in a while. He's been struggling through some stuff, and he's been coming around and hanging around with us, and that was very nice as well. So it's been an interesting day. I'll say a long one. So either way, speaking of amazing people and good people, let's see who we got in here right now. Joining us for tonight, 47 people. It's saying we're at 40 likes already. You guys are amazing. Miss Sherry Wisdom speaks in the house. Our whip. Hey, welcome back to you. Victoria and Kano, hello, and welcome back to you. Miss Andy Rose, great to see you tonight. SRB, she won't be here long, but she's here, and I appreciate you, SRB. Thank you very much. Mr. James Tate, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Siggy's in the house. Welcome back. Let's see here. B Slims again. Good to see you tonight, my dear. So grateful to have you back. Let's see here. Mom is in the house. Mine a monster. Good to see you tonight, Mom. Thank you so very much for joining us tonight. We do appreciate you. We appreciate having you here. It is great to see you all once again. I hope everybody is having a good weekend, Mom. I hope you had a great weekend as well. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to do two things at once, and I do not multitask very well. Miss Paula, good to see you. Good to have you here. Let's see who else we got here real quick. Country Cooter, welcome back to you. Good to see you tonight. Dark Bay, good to have you in here as well. Green Eyed Monster, good to see you. Good to have you here. Stevie Irwin, what's going on, Stevie? Good to see you tonight, sir. Hope you're doing well. Sug on these nuts. Thank you for joining us. Interesting name. Alicia J, always a pleasure. Good to see you tonight, Alicia. Teresa S, good to see you. Let's see. On up we go. On up we go. Come on. On we go. Welcome, Mom. Good to see you tonight. Hope you're having a great night.
Hello. It has been storming all day.
You know what? We got
Even
Glitter
now.
Mouse. Welcome. We got teased with storms all day. Thank God it just sprinkled a little bit. Hello to you, little puppy. Is that your wiener?
Yeah, she's in my. I have my hoodie on because it's raining and the air. I'm freezing to death. So she has literally burrowed her way into my sleeve.
He said corn. Am I a cornball, Stevie? I know I am. As long as she's staying warm, that's good. Stuck in the system. Welcome. Good to see you. Hold on, Mom. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Do your thing.
Glitter Mouse. No, you're not. Miss Nina's in the house. JC Ann. Good to see you. Hold on. Tomboy Charm. Welcome back. Good to see you. Brandy B, the OG in the house. In Stitches in the house. Good to see you. Good to have you here. I think I got everybody. Good evening, Salty. Good to see you tonight. First and foremost, there were Gina Sotilli. Welcome back. Steven's Adventure. Good to see you. There were some people within this community, part of my team, that did something earlier that they probably shouldn't have done. It wasn't something I was directed them to do, but they did it on their own volition due to their own feelings. Okay. I'm going to say that I'm sorry that happened during that live stream, Salty. And they have said that it won't happen again themselves. And I apologize that it interrupted your show. My apologies. That, like I said, it wasn't something I directed. It's something that I pushed to happen. But my apologies that it interrupted your show. And I deeply apologize for that. So that being said, I'm going to move forward now. Our whip, good to see you. Good to have you here. I'm not going to go into any details, guys, because I just don't want to keep things rolling. I'm trying to get as far away from that kind of stuff as I can. So, Tomboy is in the house. Good to see you, Tomboy. Good to have you here tonight. I have. Wait a minute. What? I have a question. I have something under my eyelid. Give me ideas how to get it out. Okay, if you have Tommy Jude, hey buddy. Good to see you tonight. Susbusters, welcome. So if you have, Gina, a shot glass, just a regular shot glass, fill it up with lukewarm water. Okay, take the shot glass and put your eye on it like this. Okay, make sure it's got a good cover around here, and then you can tip it back and then blink your eye as many times as you can inside there, and it should rinse whatever's in there and then come back down. You don't want to spill water all over your face, but that's the best way it can happen. And then if that doesn't work, you can try to hold if it's under this, whichever eyelid it is, you should try to maybe like run it around with some water or something. It's the only things I've ever been known to do. The shot glass thing was something we learned as when you don't have an eye rinse kit. We used to do household things when we took EMS classes, and they showed that was one thing you can do.
Or you just put moonshine in the shot glass and drink that and just forget whatever's in your eye.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that definitely, that's a top lid. Okay. Another thing you can do, Gina, is you can hold your eyelid this way and try to roll your eye downward. And sometimes if there's like an eyelash or something, it may roll it off. It's the only thing I can think of, hon. I know that sucks though. I've done that before too. And I scratched my cornea actually because I was chopping wood for the wood burner in our garage last fall. And I came down, was chopping, split twice. And you know how things splatter. I got one tiny little piece and it went into my eye, and it was about literally that big, and it was stuck into my bottom eyelid. I blinked and it went up, and I blinked again and it came down. And just as it did that, I went to go like this because it hurt, and it scratched the shit out of my cornea. So not fun. Not fun at all. Try the shot glass, Gina. Fill it up with warm water. You don't want to burn your eye and you don't want to freeze your eye. So see what happens. Come on, guys. 69 peeps in here. Let me see here.
Yeah, I've never tried the shot glass with something in my eye, but it was just a thought. Take your mind off your eye.
What'd you say, Mom?
I said I've never tried a shot glass to get something out of my eye. That's good to keep on my tool belt.
It does work. It really does. I've done it before. And if you got to make sure you got a good seal though, because it won't do any good. And it's going to be hard. You have to open your eye as wide as you can, and then kind of roll your eyebrow and blink, and it should get anything out of it. It has worked though. I learned that a long time ago. Hey, 12, ciao to you. Where are we at here? 2 or 3 shots, and you won't need it. Well, see, that's what Mom said. Stitches,
That was
Cynthia.
my plan.
Right, Cynthia.
Fill
welcome. Good to see you.
Moonshine,
I mean, at that point, you'll be blind anyway. So
yeah, you won't even remember something's in your eye till the next morning.
Yes.
It's a
Yeah,
quick
I thought
fix.
you were talking about maybe like a sty or something, Gina, but no, that's different.
Hi, Victoria. Hi, chat, everybody. Hello. Hello,
So what?
hello.
I was your Sunday, Mom.
My Sunday was rainy. It like was horribly rainy. And I guess where we lived on beachside for so long, the seal on the windshield of the Mustang is like one side of it's messed up. So we went to do the
Oh
adulting
yeah.
errands,
Right, right.
and the passenger side floorboard was like a flood zone. But IV Slims, other than that, it was pretty good. Did you see that downtown Orlando's flooded? Which we live out in the country, out in the swamps, so we don't have the, as the old man put it, the concrete jungle. The swamp sucks up all the water around here unless you're in town.
I didn't see it. How bad is it flooded?
Yeah, it's bad.
Damn. Is that affecting like Disney or anything?
Uh no, Disney's like out on the outskirts. Your
Oh, okay.
Disney's out towards like Celebration and Kissimmee and all that stuff, like out on the outskirts of town. This was like Lake I'm gonna say it wrong. Iliola or something. The big lake in the middle of downtown Orlando. Like they were showing like cars and stuff were underwater, which it has rained for, I think, I swear to you, like 2 weeks straight, every day. Like to the point where he goes out and gets in the pool because it's good for his recovery from the wreck for his therapy. And it just starts raining. He just stays in the pool, hell with it. Yeah, Osceola. Thank you, Arwell.
Interesting. It's interesting. 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 Candy girl. Candy girl. Every time I see her name, I want to sing it. Ray, welcome. First off, but that's a good idea. The NyQuil plastic cups. I never thought of that. If you got like the little shot cups for like medication dosage or something, that's a good idea too, because they're flexible too. They might bend with the curve of your face.
Oh, there you go. You're gonna get a
Yeah.
lot less moonshine in one of those, though. Oh, we were talking about washing your eye out. My bad. My bad. Shine on the mind. That is actually a really good tip, though.
I thought it was amazing when I learned it. I was like, wow, that's cool. But to hear about like the flexible plastic cups was like, damn, that's even better. Or maybe
Yeah,
a
dude.
Dixie cup, depending on if they still make Dixie cups. I don't even know if they do, but those little water cups, that might help too.
Yeah, yeah. I think you can still get those. I haven't seen a Dixie cup dispenser in a long time, though. My aunt used to have one like on the wall in the bathroom, and I just thought it was the fanciest thing in the world.
The little dispenser that you'd stick there and you just pull the cup out. And
Yeah, yeah. I just thought it was great.
I remember being 5 years old. My grandmother had those, and they were designer ones. Okay, and I pulled every damn cup out of there because they kept coming and coming and coming and coming. And she comes in the bathroom. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Nothing." And she's like, "What the hell?" And they were all out. They were all over the place. She's like, "Why did you do that?" I said, "I wanted to see how many were in there." She was like, "Did you figure?" I mean, she loaded them all back, but still.
Dude, many, many moons ago, I worked for McDonald's in my hometown,
Hey,
and I went to pull a cup out and drive through, and that shit shot out like a machine gun. I was in a panic. It's like my first. I won't never forget that. I'm forever scarred from a cup dispenser.
interesting. I didn't do McDonald's. I worked for Hardee's.
Oh, I loved working at Hardee's.
I,
It was across from my high school, so we had like if you had a job, you only like went to school half a day.
OWA or so yeah, that's what we had too. I wasn't in that. I worked there after school. I worked there in a grocery store at the same time. I worked two different jobs because they were only giving me like 10 hours or 12 hours or something like that a week at the restaurant. So I got the rest of my hours at that other place. So talking about the free food was great. I loved it. I was a still am a huge fan of the Hardee's mushroom and Swiss burger. It was amazing.
Dude, I like the little morning hash brown thingies.
Oh, the little circuit. Yeah, those were great too. And on Sunday mornings, we used to go, my mom and dad would, I should say. They would go every Sunday morning without fail. My dad would get up, get the paper. Hey, welcome, Zelda. Thank you for that. And he would come back from Hardee's with the iced cinnamon raisin biscuits. I don't know if they still make those, but oh my God, you guys, they were so good. They were hot and they just had that white icing with the raisins inside. They were biscuits. They weren't like what you get in the store. They were completely different. They were so good. Ricky Cougar back. What is happening, Dan? Good to see you, brother. It's been a minute. Good to have you here. Publicly buzzed. Haven't seen those guys in a while. Hope you guys are doing well.
He did a murder church sometime last week. I went to sleep though. Like I saw it as I went to sleep, but it wasn't on a Sunday. It was last Saturday night, I think. I see him on Twitter a lot.
Yeah, Stevie does the murder church things. I don't know. I haven't been over there in a while, and I feel guilty about it. But I don't know if Dan joined him doing the murder church stuff, or is it just Steve doing it by himself still?
I don't know. I didn't go in. I don't know the case that he's covering. I should have popped in and just said hi, but now I kind of feel bad about not popping in and saying hi. But I don't know the case that he's covering. I did see something that's been trending on Twitter. I don't know if you know about it or not. You probably do. It was a serial killer in Indiana. From like
what's the name? Do you remember the name?
It's a weird name. I covered it. I would have to dig through my channel to find it. Hang on, and I'll tell you because I actually retweeted it today. But they found 10,000 remains. Shit. Like, and that doesn't mean 10,000 people. 10,000
pieces of, yeah, I gotcha.
Of human
that's still remains. A lot.
And it was really intriguing. Like I sit and watched a documentary on it one night, and man, it was really intriguing. Like the guy's name is super long.
Did they have a suspect?
Yeah, he freaking unalived himself. So he's a coward and a psycho. Let me pull up the article because I won't pronounce his name right without looking at it. It's Westminster, Indiana, and his name is Baumeister. Herb Baumeister.
The Baumeister.
Wrong here. I'm gonna grab it and you can pronounce it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you know, he was targeting the whatever the proper, I don't know what the proper terminology is, but like the
no problem, B.
LBGT, all that, the gay community.
Oh, I know who you're talking about now. I have heard that name. Herb Baumeister. Yes, I know who you mean.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, he was like a monster, like straight up monster. Like was targeting these guys and like had a wife and kids. That's why I said you never know who one of these monsters are.
Sure. I said that to, you know, you could be in the grocery store standing in the vegetable aisle, picking cans of vegetables out or something. And the person standing next to you looking at the green beans could be somebody you see 3 months later on TV for murdering 15 people. It's just insane. You don't know. Is this
yeah, and like one of his victims was one of his victims' sister worked for him.
Oh.
And yeah, dude. And she'd worked like side by side with this guy, and she said that like he was really quiet and you know, and he owned like this huge farm, and like he ran off to Canada and did away with himself before they could get justice. But it was really yeah, there you go. Thank you, Tommy. I never get it right, like unless I'm sitting here looking at it. I don't want to offend anybody.
LGBTQ. I do it all the time. I say the letters wrong sometimes too because you say it so fast. But yeah, I know what I mean when I say it. She said we're called the alphabet. Tomboy, you're a mess. Take your time, B. We'll be here, hon. I thank you again. It's wonderful to see you again tonight. Bobby's in the house. Good to see you, Bobby. Miss Paula. Hello, hello, hello. It's really cool to see you in here, Dan. I appreciate that. I hope tell Steve I said hello, and that means I'm coming to see you next because it's been a minute. Thank you for reminding me. Life gets in the way sometimes, and the publicly buzzed Stevie and Dan, they're great, great, great dudes. Great channel.
There's
A
Ricky.
lot
I
of
just see him
a lot
in
of
the
fun.
chat. I didn't even
Yes,
notice he
ma'am.
was in. Yeah. I
Oh yeah,
was
yeah.
brainstorming, trying to think of that guy's name.
Well, he put the Ricky Kugelback as his name he puts on there, but he goes by his name is Dan, and I haven't seen him in so long. I feel horrible now because I haven't been over there, and
No,
I
not
will be
him.
there. I will be
Seriously.
over there soon, bro. You guys too. You guys too. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Thank you for popping in, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you. It was a hard track, but we did it. No thanks to you guys, everybody in here. We made it to 10K and then some a little bit. Sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to interrupt you if you're talking.
No, you're good. I miss the boys. That's what I used to call them, the boys.
They
Like
were.
the old
They
man would
were.
be like, "What are you watching, the boys?" Oh,
Yep.
okay. The brothers?
They're a lot
Yeah.
of fun. I
Oh,
remember
I
my
love
early days in here. I would go over there on Fridays and just let it go, and have a good time. It's a good place to go. If you guys ever
Oh,
get bored on a Friday night, please go visit. If we can put their link in here, guys, too, please go
I'll
visit
grab
the
it.
Brothers of Publicly Buzz. They're so much fun. Stevie's great. Dan is amazing. They're great. They really are. It's a good way to let loose from the week, have a little bit of fun here and there. Um, so yeah, for sure, go check them out if you have not yet heard of them or seen there or been there. Yes, life definitely gets in the way, Cynthia. My life definitely gets in the way. Siggy said the Picton farm murders. Is that what you're talking about, Mom?
I believe is that what it was called? The Picton Farm?
It could be,
It's
yeah.
been a while. Like I said, I covered it like a while ago, and then I've seen it trending like the last couple of days, and like it's good to see because there's one family member that passed on, but the sister's still alive,
Mm-hmm.
and then the guy that owns the bar that all these
Mm-hmm.
guys frequented, he's still alive. You're welcome, Ricky. I miss you guys. Tell your brother I miss you guys. I need to come over there and make myself known that I still
I'm
love
gonna be.
y'all.
I
That
am. I'm gonna be too. I just made that. I wrote it down. Go over to the boys uh, this weekend, and there's the link, guys, to the channel Publicly Buzzed. If you guys have nothing to do, just go check them out. I promise you won't be disappointed. It's a little bit different from what we do in the true crime world around here, but it's worth it because it's so much more fun. Always a good show. Never ever disappointing. Ever. Just telling you.
and my favorite show has always been Murder Church, but my second favorite is the funny videos. And he
Yes, the funny
always
videos
says,
are great.
"Oh, we're gonna play a lighthearted video," and then it's like somebody crashing into a building or
Yes,
something. It
yes.
never fails that the next video is like some like horrific
Yeah,
event.
right. I remember when Stevie started doing the Murder Church thing was Dahmer. And I always do family
Mhm.
stuff on Sundays and I don't get to like go really do much in the mornings. And I remember when he started and I got a free day one day, everybody was gone, and I clicked on, I seen it was live because it's still in my notifications. Clicked on it and I went over and I'm like, good Jesus, you're still on Dahmer? And I forgot how long that trial was and all the stuff that entailed with it. I mean, it was so long, but it was still in Dahmer. So, which was a great trial to follow, guys. It was crazy. It really was. And again, I live 20 minutes from where Mr. Jeffrey Dahmer was born and raised. So, yes, Fox Hollow
You
Farm.
guys will probably think I'm a weirdo, but that's Jeffrey Dahmer is like my case. That's like my case that has always stuck with me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say I'm intrigued, but I was very intrigued by his mind and his capabilities and like what I guess he was like really first serial killer that I really like deep dove into, like as not since I've been doing this, like growing up. And like I'll mess with my old man and I'll say, "Oh, look, it's about Jeffy." And I
Uh-huh.
got a book for my birthday for my sister, and it's a true crime atlas, and I love it. And I was just kidding with him, and I was like, "Watch, I'm gonna open it up, and it's gonna be on Jeffy." And I swear, I opened that book, and it was on him, and I was like, "Oh, it was meant to be." And then like Taylor Shabusiness, that whole thing happened, and it came out that she had an obsession with him and stuff, and that was a whole mess.
I
But
know, isn't that's wild, isn't it? To hear like, I mean, I guess it happens more than it doesn't, or more often than we think it does. Where some of these people will have these obsessions with serial killers. There was another person that had a bad obsession with Bundy and got, I can't remember who the hell it was. They weren't a serial killer, but they had done it a couple times, and it was just like that was what it was all about. I'm gonna be Ted Bundy 2.0 or something weird like that. I can't think of the damn name though. It's driving me nuts. I did say hello, Brandy B the OG. Good to see you, dear. Ew, Dahmer and Shabiz. Right, it's a bad combo, isn't it, Jace? I listen, Mom. Did you watch the Netflix thing on Dahmer?
yeah, and I'm gonna just put it out there. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way that they did it. I didn't like the way that I feel like the focus was taken
Yep.
off of Jeffrey Dahmer, who he was, what he did, and the victims, and I feel like it was put on his preference. And I don't think I don't think his preference had anything to do with it, and I particularly didn't agree with the way that they did it. I didn't
Yeah.
like it.
I feel like they made him look like a victim in some senses. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or they were trying to make him look like a victim, and I'm like, wait a minute. This
No, he
dude
was
is
very calculated. He knew exactly what he was doing. Like,
100%. Yeah, you're not a victim, bro.
no.
You killed how many people, calculated, like you said. And no. So, no.
And no, Phil, I didn't lose my true crime innocence to Dahmer. Actually, I don't think I've ever told this on my channel or over here. My mother's cousin that we were very close to and went and had family reunions and things like that with, her son actually unalived her and came to her funeral. And I will never forget being at her funeral and watching him being arrested in the funeral home. And Unsolved Mysteries covered her case, and it was a whole thing for my family. And that was when I was about 8 years old. So that was what started my curiosity into true crime. I wanted to be a mortician as a child because the human body just intrigued me. And, my mom thought I was morbid. And then when I got to go to the library, I have told this, when I first got to go to the big girl library when I was in elementary school, I brought home America's First Serial Killers. And she promptly drugged me to church and met with the pastor and thought something was wrong with me. And she's been long gone since before I started my channel or advocating or anything like that. But I believe she would be proud of me to be able to do something that I was very passionate about and be the other side of crime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I didn't agree with the way that they did the Netflix thing at all whatsoever.
No, it made him look like a victim. That's what I said. 100%.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
I didn't like it.
It took away from so much. Like it took away from the victims and what actually took place. And I don't know, they tried to make it look like a scripted movie, and I didn't like it. I didn't agree with it. I'm not a big fan of Netflix to start with. One of their big guys that was like a big guy in their company went missing about a year and a half ago, I believe. And they never once tweeted or anything about him. Never put out a reward. It was like, oh well, he's just missing. And then I believe he was found deceased, like, I want to say 6 months after. It was something like that.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Idaho 12 gauge. Sorry, but yeah, no, I got you, Mom.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about Idaho.
I'm not even. I have nothing to talk about with it. Welcome, Phil Biggs. Good to see you.
12 Gauge did an amazing live last night. I actually got to pop in before my kid called, and he did a live on addiction, and it was really like, I had him on the phone, so now I've got you in my headphones, but I had him on the phone, so my old man was able to hear some of it and was being putting in input and stuff. So it was phenomenal to see somebody cover addiction and resources and things like that, which I've covered it just because, you guys know, those of y'all that know me know that I live with a recovery addict. So it was very, very cool to see that.
Amen. Absolutely. It makes sense.
She's in my hoodie. Sorry, he's hollering for the dog. He's got Doritos. She's evicted herself from my sleeve.
Somebody in the background talking to you, or is that somewhere else?
He's trying to get the dog's attention. He's got chips, so he's trying to lure them with chips because I had 3 of them over here at once.
I was trying to figure out if I was hearing that on your end or if it was coming from somewhere else.
No, sorry. Usually the sound, the freaking mic thing that can't sound canceling background thing usually works really good, but Buddy is my blonde wiener dog that I inherited when my mom passed away, and he's deaf, so
Gotcha.
you have to yell. I mean, he's not completely deaf, but he's almost there, so you have to yell at him or like stand in front of him and wave. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to derail your live. I just kind of started.
No, honey, you're fine. You're not derailing me. I'm like trying to multitask, and I don't do that. Jen Urbick, welcome. I'm looking at something and listening to you and looking at chat all at the same time, and I don't do that very well at all. So,
Doodlebug in the house. So how y'all doing down there in the chat world?
oh, doodles. There's Doodle's link right there. Okay, what I was trying to pull up is, or find. I'm sorry, something somebody sent me earlier today. In my, what the hell is going on with my email shit?
I don't know. I checked mine the other day. I have 4,000 emails. I should probably sit down and read them. So I apologize to anyone that has sent me an email in the past month and a half ish.
I don't see it now. I don't know where the fuck it went. Excuse my language. Sorry. I can't.
Search bar the top of it.
That's what I just did, and I'm trying to put in keywords in my email, and it's just not there. So okay. I'll just go look for it another way. It's no big deal. Give me a minute here. And it. Oh no. What the hell? Okay.
You're talking about Bundy earlier, so I actually got to
Hey.
listen to one of the survivors from him speak at CrimeCon. It was really interesting. I can't think of the lady's name, but she wrote a book.
Sharon? Was it Sharon? Because I heard she does a tour.
Possibly.
Sharon, I can't. Sharon Reed, maybe.
She was little bitty tiny. It just gave you chills listening to her, though. Like, it was just so surreal. And then I got to meet Joseph Scott Morgan, and then he went up and he started talking about Taylor Shabusiness. And, you know, my old man, Mr. Monster, most people call him Mr. Sunshine, but he's not a true crimer. So he's like sitting there just like completely enthralled in every word Joseph Scott Morgan's saying. And the whole way home, he was like, that was so weird to listen to. And then he just like everybody he came encounter with for like a month, he was like telling them about dismemberment and Taylor Shabusiness, and it was great. Joseph is awesome. He is a very nice man. He's awesome. I actually have a thingy that he gave me at CrimeCon. It's not Jerry beads, but it kind of looks like Jerry beads. And it has the body bags thing on it. And then it's got Jack State on the back, which is Jacksonville. I don't have my hat on, y'all, so I'm not going to stay on camera. But he was really interesting to listen to.
Joseph Morgan Scott, you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I pull his stuff up a lot because I like his theories on stuff and his feelings on things.
Oh, I love him. Like, I sat one night and watched like a 2-hour podcast that he'd done with some guy that about JFK. It was so interesting. Like, I could not put my phone down. Like, literally had my phone plugged in sideways, like listening to it. It was so interesting to listen to him. Which it was really interesting because when he did the CrimeCon here in Orlando last year, it was a live podcast. So it was really cool to be a part of that. I would love to come to Denver, JC. I haven't been to Denver in, let's see, how it's many. So I haven't been to Denver in probably 23 years.
I've never been to Colorado ever in my life.
Really, the Rockies are like, once you see the Rockies, it's breathtaking. It's a whole different world. Like, it's like, I can't even explain it. Like, it was really cool to like have, I don't know, like 12 foot of snow on the ground and be in the hot springs, and it was amazing. It was like nothing I've ever experienced before. Like, stopped on the side of the road and got water right out of the mountain and drank it, and like it was really, really cool. And then like when you're driving through, there's like sound signs telling you, not to blast your stereo or anything like that because of avalanches. So it was really cool.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's crazy though. Let me see something here.
I don't know if he'll come on. Come on, he'll come. He's been on my panel before, but I don't know what he's doing. He's in his bed.
Who are you talking about? Morgan? No. Oh, your husband. I'm like, oh wait. I wouldn't imagine he would. Hey, chick bait. Good to see you.
Yeah, actually he will. Like, if you don't have his contact information, I can give you his contact information, and he loves coming on podcasts.
Really? Yeah, because I've always had, there's like quite a few cases that I've like looked at that I've really been interested in his take on it, and I just wouldn't imagine he would jump on somebody small like me.
Oh yeah, he when we met him, he said, this if we ever needed him, just to let him know. Yeah, he's a really awesome person. Like, I interact with him a lot on Twitter.
He's a really, really interesting person, I think, and I always like listening to him. A lot of times, Vinny will have him on Court TV when we cover some of that stuff.
Mhm.
Excuse me. And I always listen to his side of things. Like being able to have 4 or 5 different people up there, or 3 or 4 people up there. His take on things is always the most grounded, most level, most interesting side to things, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he's super interesting and knowledgeable, and like he's very factual, down to earth, and you're not gonna hear like a lot of like the speculatory. It's just straight like knowledge. And I think that's one of the reasons I respect him so much is because, I've had Cheryl McCollum on panel before. I just never have got a hold of him yet. I actually wanted to do another live about Ellen
Mm-hmm.
and get her billboard up and going again, and have him come on and talk about her. And I just never have got around to it yet.
He's really he's all, and a lot of the stuff that he has said about these cases and he's put out there just makes sense to me. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? It makes things like it puts it into perspective, I guess you could say, in some senses. So he's really good, I think. Um, you know what? 12 gauge has been trying to get me over there, and I feel so bad. I either forget, I do have bad memory for short term scenarios, or there's always something going on. There's always something going on in my life. If I'm not in here, I'm doing something. There's something going. There's somebody here. I have my grandkids. There's people showing up for this, for that, for that. It's just, it's nonstop. Always. It's crazy. Um, that would be awesome, though, Mom, if I could figure that out and get a hold of him to do something like that. That'd be great. I have so many like different questions for a couple different cases that I would love to get his take on, honestly. So we'll have to see what happens one of these days.
Yeah, I'm sure he would. I'll get his. I think I've got his email right here. Let me see.
Do I have a revolving door? Jesus, yes. Especially with my kids. I have 7 children, for those of you that don't know. They're all adults now, every one of them. I have a 30-year-old, or no, I have 31-year-old, a 30-year-old, a 29-year-old. No, he's 30 now too. I have 3 27-year-olds or 20, or wait, shit, they're 28 now. 3 28-year-olds, and I have an 18-year-old. And I have 6 grandchildren. I see 3 of the grandchildren now. I just saw my granddaughter to my other son tonight for the first time in 3 years. And there's 3 other grandkids that I don't see because I don't have a relationship with my oldest son, and I'm not going to probably. So, and his ex is very, I'm good. So, I love them. I miss them and I would love to see them, but it's just probably better off. So, besides that, there's always somebody coming through my always, 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 always. And you guys have seen when I'm live, so many people behind me back and forth, in and out constantly, which is why I was going to spin this around, but it's probably not going to happen now. Honestly. I don't know. I miss my granddaughter. They moved to Fort Myers, but yes, it's hard when you know that they're out there, and like I have a picture of the one I haven't seen in years that sits right here. And I look at it every day. And then today she was brought to my house, and it was just overwhelming. It was highly, highly overwhelming. Um,
That's awesome. I just have the one grandson, and he is a direct copy of Minnie.
how old is he?
He's 8. And he looks just like Minnie. He literally looks like a miniature version of Minnie. It's
Who
so
looks
cool.
just like
And
you? Yeah.
yeah, and dude, he'll like video chat me from that because Minnie got him an iPhone so he can FaceTime me. And grandma, look what I did. And he's just exactly like Minnie. I mean, carbon copy. Look, I modded this and I did this and I changed this and look at this game. So it's a whole lot of the same conversation with Minnie. It's a whole lot of, it's grandma seeds. Yeah, that's cool, bud. Don't have a damn clue. I'm sorry, Nina. That's hard.
Hey,
Much
Walt.
love. Yeah, I'm going fishing tomorrow, Walt. What are you doing for Labor Day? We're going to that little, not the place where the gators stalk the pole, but we're going to a different place. I think you were in there that day that I walked down the concrete wall and there was a big gator hole across the way. And I was like, oh no, see, that's not going to work. And walked back to the fishing spot.
Yep, 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 yep. So, okay, I can't find that one email, so we're just gonna go on with something else because there's some other things that basically what this was before I screwed the title up. It had nothing to do with weed. Sorry, everybody. To see what
The
had
title
happened.
said something about weed.
It did accidentally. I don't know what the hell happened with my typing job. I said, "What's been going on?" I screwed up the word "true." Oh, I forgot the E. I guess I passed over that. True crime over the weekend. Let's check it out. It said over the weed. There was like 3 years there, and let's check it out. And I'm like, what the hell? I looked up and I seen Stevie said, I'm here for the weed. And a couple other people said something. I look up and went, what the hell? I do this shit all the time. I type so fast. For some reason the word that THAT, if I'm typing it, it comes out TAHT, I think, all the time. I type so fast. My brain's going faster than my fingers. You know what I mean?
Oh, see, I was late, so I thought it was just weed talking in chat.
No,
I
not
didn't
at
know it
all.
was the title. My bad, y'all. I wasn't up with the weekly lingo. Yeah, there is another missing jogger. You talking about the lady here in Florida?
Missing jogger. Oh, yeah. I did hear about that. When are they going to learn? But wait a minute, what? When are they going to learn to just sit around and eat like me? Well, yeah. Um, I heard that, Nina. I heard it was awesome too. Yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff in this state going on with, especially with that stuff. So that's coming out this week sometime. Well, it's supposed to. I don't. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Um, Oh, you're okay, B. Yes, have a great night. Enjoy your company, B, and hope to see you soon. Take care. Nope, did not. Walt, I didn't go this year. The shit's too expensive, bro. Everything there is expensive. The tickets to get in are expensive. You got to pay to park now, and then you end up stuck in a mud pit. Not for me. Just didn't go. Okay, let's see here. Oh boy, I'm gonna go off in a minute. Let me see. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. So somebody sent me something earlier talking about Lindsay Culver. Hello and welcome. Lindsay says, Mind of Monsters. Thank you for covering my cousin Chelsea Johnson's unsolved case about a year ago. You're one of a few who actually cared. That's awesome.
You are
Of
very
course,
welcome, Lindsay. I remember you. You are very, very welcome, honey. Has there ever been any updates on that?
I remember the name.
Yeah. Um, I don't remember if it was Lindsay. Somebody reached out to me. It may have been Lindsay that reached out to me about the case.
5 missing
And
kids in a week in one area in New Jersey. Wow.
there's not much out on her case, but I covered what I was able to find. That happens so often. It's so sad,
It
especially with these
does.
older cases.
Yes. Yes. It does. Very sad stuff. Um,
Yeah, people are crazy out here. I always try to remember my families. I do cover a lot of cases, but you're very welcome, honey.
hey, Avery. Did somebody? Were you talking about? Where'd she go? Siggy said that I saw somebody had sent me that email about asking about. Now I don't know if this is true or not. And again, something else. I saw JLR. I just looked and saw JLR put something out about a welcome critical. 5 kids missing in a week in one area in New Jersey. That's insane. I'm going to have to look that up too. About Seth Rogers having all of his guns taken from him. Have you heard anything about that, or know if that is like a real thing?
Yeah, I heard. I saw. I don't even know why he still comes up on my feed because ever since his little temper tantrum, I'm not subscribed to the channel. But I saw JLR was covering it, and then I heard that it was something about. And this wasn't in his chat. This was somewhere else. That it was back out of something from California. So I think it's a snatch and grab of for clicks and views, but that's just my opinion. And yes, Lindsay, the money part is getting crazy with Sebastian, but you have to be careful which communities you go into, and I know that's the saddest part of it is you really do. You just have to watch what communities you go into.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can find this. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm trying to, like I said, multitask, and I'm not very good. I've been looking for this stupid email that wasn't found. I'm trying to type something else, and I'm trying to pull this stuff up. And okay, hold on. Where did you find that at, Critical? Because I don't see anything in here. Wait. Hold on. That is crazy if that's the case. And kind of scary. Let me see. Is this it? No, that's May 20. Is this recent Critical, or is this like over a period of months ago? There's something in May, but nothing as of like right now. Good God, there's a lot of missing children in New Jersey. I have something up here about 4 missing children missing in May. That's, well, of course, there's no Amber Alerts. Surprise. Did you hear anything about that, Mom?
Mm-mm. No.
Nothing.
August 17th. I'll see what I can find.
They all went missing on the same day. His guns were seized back then. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense, Siggy. Thank you. Ah, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this it? Hold on.
I don't see anything recent. The only thing I could find is from 2023. Critical Minds, do you have a name of one of the kids or a town? I've got TikTok, but
Hold on. Now I'm 11:22's happening, guys. Give me a second. Sorry about this.
oh, I didn't even notice. I was searching TikTok. I'm not good with TikTok either, so I can't even say if this is going to help find anything. I tried the whole TikTok thing, but most of the stuff that I cover when I go into like graphic cases, it just gets booted, so I kind of just gave up on it. Sicklerville. Thank you, Criminal Minds. Let's see. Oh, it's just me up here. See, I was on a different screen. I forget I have a whole nother screen. How y'all doing? I can't share my screen or I'd show you guys.
Okay. Sorry,
And he's
guys.
back.
I still would like to figure out what the hell that glitch is that does
Oh,
that.
I
But
asked Minnie. So I asked Minnie why it does that. And he said to go into your settings and look to see if you have some kind of auto sleep set on for 1122.
oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I asked him last
Okay.
night. I was like, because he always gets yeeted at 1122. And that's what Minnie said. Minnie said to go in and check your settings and you may have some kind of like auto sleep setting that causes your computer to want to reboot itself at 1122. I'm still not seeing anything about these missing kids on TikTok. Let's see. Kids. 2021. I still don't see anything. I found 2 missing New Jersey teen girls are still in South Jersey from a radio station.
I don't see anything. I am still looking.
You see this show? Mm-mm. There's 2 missing girls. August when did August 17th, so this is August 22nd. He might be muted. He got yeeted a while ago.
Me?
11:22. Yeah. No, he's
No,
not in
I'm
bed. Mom
here.
was asking if
I'm sorry. I'm typing in here trying to find this New Jersey thing, and I don't see anything.
the only thing I see is 2 teen girls. Let's see if I can find anything on here. See, this is what's so frustrating about not having Amber Alerts for these kids. Or some kind of missing alert. Okay, here's one. Zanaya Bryant, 15, missing from Sicklerville, New Jersey. Last seen Thursday, August 22nd. 5'4", 123 pounds. May still be in local area. Let's see. Here's another one. Aquarius Kenton, 15. Bipolar schizophrenia, needs medication. Last seen at 11 a.m. Saturday, August 31st. Oh, that's Georgia. I only see the one. North Carolina. Turn on my option. Turn on what option, honey? I don't know what option you're telling me to turn on, Siggy. Nicolette. So that would be 3 in that area because these 2 girls that I found on New Jersey 101.5 are different than the girl I just found on Twitter.
Take care, Chick Bates. God bless. Same to you. Struggling with a fire alarm. What do you mean, Walt? In what way?
Tirika. Ah.
Okay, I don't where I'm like. There's nothing. That's crazy to me. There's nothing. I don't. And for Critical to find it that easy, I typed in exactly what Critical said. And I don't see anything.
I found this chick's channel, but I don't see anything about 5 missing kids.
It was it the Legacy channel. I am
No,
Legacy. I
Legacy.
think.
I sent you Legacy for the jogger because everybody was asking for an
Oh, Ariel
update.
Valdez. Yeah, right. No, I got you on that, but I don't see the other. Now that's driving me nuts because it feels like I'm doing something wrong.
No, this is the only child that I found in that town. I'm gonna send you this link too.
We're not really
I,
looking at it, Jen. We're trying to find something real quick. Nina put it in Discord. Okay, hold on a minute here.
yeah, I don't see anything. Mm, okay, I see it now. Why didn't I see that on her? Oh, it's a long video. That's why I was looking through shorts. That's why I didn't see it. Nina and Madam Mom both put it in there.
I'm looking now. I don't even see where Nina's at now. I don't know why I can't. Oh wait, there we go.
It's in member chat.
Yep. Okay. Boom. How did I not see this? Where was this at? TikTok or? Oh, wait a minute. This was on TikTok, right?
I don't know. The one that they put in there is a YouTube.
I thought this was Tik. This looks like TikTok, but okay. Hold on.
Yeah, converted. Am I
Sorry.
muted?
Sorry.
No.
No,
It's
you're
probably
good.
a converted to
Okay.
YouTube.
Sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. It's been so distracting tonight. Here you go. Thank you, Critical, for bringing it up, and Avery, thank you for the email. And you guys, this has been the hardest thing. I'm usually pretty quick at finding these things. Yep, Avery dropped me the TikTok too. So it's the same thing. Yeah, it's a converted TikTok. I see it now. All right. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. Here we go. Sorry.
I found 3 out of the 6 on different platforms.
Did you find okay. I don't know why it wasn't coming up for me. That was weird. And this is kind of crazy actually. If they're all coming from the same 6 young girls go missing from the same New Jersey town within 1 week. That's see that stuff like that was going on here in Ohio. That is creepy. Sorry. Okay, here we go, guys. Sorry.
Same small town in New Jersey, all within 1 week. Missing persons reports were filed for 6 girls ages 12 to 17 who were all living in the town of Winslow Township. Police have not released any information about whether or not these 6 cases are all related. However, let's take a look at the young ladies to see if you recognize any of them. This is Norielis Rodriguez. She's 13 years old and she was reported missing on August 17th from Spring Garden Road. This is Madeline Webb. She is 12 years old and she was also reported missing on August 17th alongside Norellis on Spring Garden Road. Madeline has since been removed from the missing persons list. This is Nicolette Marchetti. She is 17 years old and she was also reported missing on August 17th from Sicklerville, a different neighborhood. This is Zadia Carfrin. She's 16 years old and she was reported missing just a few days later on August 20th, also from Sicklerville. And these 2 young ladies are sisters who were both reported missing on August 22nd. Alima Wilson, age 13, and Zanaya Bryant, age 15, both from Winslow Township. It was reported that these 2 young ladies were both seen walking away from their home together during the evening, but no one knows what happened after that. Winslow Township is a small town with just over 40,000 residents. Someone must know where these girls are. If you know something, speak up. Please contact the police. I am Tierka with the T. Follow for more.
Shouldn't I be able to find something on the news about this then?
You should, but mainstream
I
media
feel
is
like-
only going to cover what's,
Yeah,
brings
but,
clicks and views.
That's 6 kids in the same area at the same time. Like, that should be a big deal.
I found it on a radio station. How crazy is
And there's
that?
no Amber Alerts?
Not that I saw. Mm-mm. I'll check,
That's
but I don't
what
think
I
so.
don't understand with this at all.
Let's see, Amber Alerts. The last time I checked, it was Sebastian, Elijah, and the 2 kids that were found in California. Well, look at that. The first thing I pull up, NCMEC, and it says, urgent alert, record drownings of kids with autism. We were talking about that, what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's just Sebastian and Elijah.
Yes, Brandy is in here. She was in here.
Mainstream will only cover what law enforcement gives them permission to cover. It's sick, disturbing, and infuriating. All at the same time.
That's what I'm trying to understand with this.
I dropped in Discord the only thing I could find as far as media, and it's a radio station.
Okay. How the hell they put shit like this out on a radio station, but not on any kind of media? Like, that's ridiculous. Okay.
Yep.
Maybe later. Jersey 101.5. Okay.
Yep.
So
That was literally the only thing I could find.
That's it right there.
And the Twitter post right above it.
Yeah, there it is, guys. There's nothing on the news. Like, this should be the most important news in this whole area. Critical said that they're Tuesday. Good. Like, that's crazy. You think it's a like a trafficking ring? Critical? Or, I mean, they're all teenage girls around the same age, and that's insane, you guys. I'm sorry, but it is. Police hope missing New Jersey teens are still in South Jersey. Wow.
Okay, critical minds. That makes sense. Look at the comment. That makes a lot of sense.
Bigger than media in New Jersey. Ah, okay. Yeah, okay. So it's like, I get it.
And thank you for going there. Much appreciated for being boots on the ground.
Yeah, 100%. That's awesome. Good for you. They need as much interaction or as much awareness put out for something like that as they can get. 100%. Hey, Lori, welcome. I live in Jersey and haven't see. That's what I mean. There was nothing like in my area when all those kids went missing last summer when I went nuts about it. There was nothing in my area talked about that at all. It was just a link that somebody had dropped in YouTube, and I clicked on it and I went, what the hell's going on? That's when I called Metro Police, and again, it's not made important. It's not part of, it's not important. It's just, that's sad to me. It should be the most important thing out there, that if anything relating to children should be the most important thing put out, period, about anything, before any kind of stupid TV commercial about a TV show or cops or something stupid like that comes on. They should be broadcasting this stuff like all over the place, truly. And I mean 100%. So, but I can understand if that radio station being like the most mainstream media outlet in that area, 100%, that happens all the time.
I guess I never really thought about that because generally we stream all of our music anymore, but that's actually a really good tool to use whenever I reach out and do my stuff in the background, to get a local radio station instead of fighting with news reporters for stupid amounts of time. Cynthia, they went missing in August, like within the last week.
What state has the most missing kids? We did this about 3 or 4 months ago.
California has 3,500 open missing cases.
I thought Cali was the biggest, but we looked at Tennessee, California. I can't remember. It wasn't Tennessee. It was something else.
Texas, Florida. I don't know.
Florida was in there. I remember that.
I'll send you the thing. I'm just gonna blow up your DM, sir. Catchlist has a really good map that he did of unidentified missing people. I may still have the link. I know I do. Let me go grab the link to that. That's another good one too, because he keeps it updated. Because Chuck, that case that I had
I saw
another
it,
advocate
Brandy.
reach out to me about here in Florida. Thought that he had been found, but sadly it ended up not being him. I'm gonna send you Raul's map too.
California, right? I see it. Hey, Toby. New Jersey, Toby. Nina just said she just put a case in Discord.
Question: does a mother that is a minor get treated as a minor if goes? Yes, sadly, because you're a mother doesn't make you an adult. So she still would be considered a missing child.
3,144 as of 2022. That's a lot. That's a whole lot.
I sent you the map. I sent you two maps. The second one I sent is Raul's map, and the first one was that website that I found on statistics. It's not the one I usually use, but I don't have my stuff open, so I'm Googling.
Um, hold on, Avery. I'm having issues with my Discord, but we'll set it up. No worries.
Yeah, the 16-year-old mother and her children both, or I'm sorry, all three would be considered missing children. Yeah, Tennessee's a whole mess.
It has
And I'm
been
actually
for a
surprised
while.
it's not one of the top ones. And you would think with a 16-year-old, an infant, and what is the other one, a toddler? Yeah, a 3-year-old, that would be an Amber Alert. But it's not because it probably doesn't meet the guidelines.
Right. And that's what I'm talking about. That's why that petition that Arctic has been running is very it's so important. It's so important. We had it in here too.
It's in my nightbot. It'll take me just a minute to grab it.
Got you. Hold on here. So the whole New Jersey thing is a mother.
No, that's a different case.
That's
That's
a whole other
one.
case. Okay,
Yeah,
I was
that's
just
one that
making
Nina put in
sure.
Discord. This is a 16-year-old mother and 2 children. One's a 3-year-old, one's a 1-month-old. Out of Manhattan.
There it is. But guys, you guys should click on this, honest to God, and sign up if you have not to this. It's a change.court, yeah, a change.org link to the about the Amber Alert system, how bad it needs changed and how bad it needs to be put into the right mode, I should say. Let me put it that way, because it's so stupid the way it works. There's specifications, and it's got to be just certain types of things. If a child was has to be abducted, and it has to be just specific things before they'll put it out, and I think that's ridiculous. Any child from the age of birth to 18 should be automatically thrown into an Amber Alert once they go missing, period.
I agree. I agree, whether it's a state Amber Alert or not. But it's like what Brandy did. Monkey's mom, she got Monkey's Law passed. I almost said Monkey's Paw, y'all. I'm tired. Monkey's Law passed. And what it is if a child does not meet the criteria for an Amber Alert, a Monkey's Law is a law that she passed, so the child still gets a statewide alert that's put out for that child.
Right.
Thank you, Victoria, for signing that. Sadly, he's been running that for I think 3 years at this point. Yes, Avery, Amber Alerts the guidelines are set up state by state, but most of the states' guidelines are exactly the same. There has to be a description of an abductor, a vehicle, and there's other things that have to go into it. Each state is different. But if a child does not meet the guidelines, then you don't get an Amber Alert. That's why a lot of states have adopted their own missing laws.
Thank you, Whip. That's awesome. It needs passed. It really does. Something needs changed. Like I
here in
said,
Florida,
a child from the age of birth to 18, I don't care what the stipulation is. I don't care what the situation is. I don't care what the scenario is. It automatically should throw out an Amber Alert automatically if a child goes missing, period. It's stupid that there's any kind of a wait time or anything else that goes along with that. That's just the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
And law enforcement can also push it to have an Amber Alert put out. But like here in Florida, if a child doesn't meet the Amber Alert, they put out an FDLE alert. And it goes over the interstates and it comes across your phone. And for some reason, I get the alerts from Daytona and he gets the alerts from Orlando. Like if it's anything in Volusia County, I'll get an alert. If it's in this area, he'll get an alert. Or like I get alerts out of South Florida. It's crazy. It's like I get alerts from everywhere except right here, and I have everything turned on.
Thank you guys for signing it. Zelda, good job. All of you, good job.
Those petitions actually are a really good thing. And like once you get so many signatures, it depends on your local government. But once you get so many signatures, you have to have a certain amount of signatures before you can submit them. And I think that's silly too. You're welcome, Zelda. I don't know what I did, but you're welcome. It's advocacy. It's Arctic's petition to standardize the Amber Alert system. I'll share it again for anybody that didn't catch it if chat rolled up on you. It's a really good thing that he put together, like I said, several years ago.
Something is way off. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would say. Has anyone approached representatives, senators, and Congress to make this federal law? Well, that's the thing, Toby, is you have to. My understanding is it's not that easy. This thing here. Thank you, Zelda dear. This link here is what I think it's the only way that you can start something like this. Am I wrong, Mom? Or is there? I mean, you have done stuff like this, so you know more about that part of it, the law and stuff like that, than I do.
So the petitions, when you have the petition signed, like you contact your local state government and they'll tell you how many signatures have to be on it before it can be submitted. And like when I had the law passed here in Florida for juveniles' autopsy reports not to be released, what I did was I called my local government and then I went higher. I called the governor's office. And then once I got a hold of the governor's office, I was given contact information for other people that I could get a hold of. And they're only allowed to take up so many community, like people from the community coming out and saying, hey, this law needs to be passed. So the first month that I had submitted it, it took till the next month before they could take it up because there's only so many spots that they can get taken up. So it took 3 months to get it passed as a law. But I wrote the whole bill myself. Like I wrote it and sent it to my state representative, and then he proofread it, sent it back to me. I fixed a couple things on it. I've never wrote a bill before, and then sent it back out, and then it was actually approved and passed. But yeah, like when Riley's strain case was going on, there was a huge petition going around to push Metro to actually do some more investigating. And, Steve Fisher actually helped a lot with getting Metro off their hind ends to do something about it. But there was a petition that went around, and it was actually signed with many thousands of signatures on it. And the lady that was in control of that petition actually took it to the state representatives because you have to have so many signatures before they'll even look at it.
There needs to be something that needs to be done on a higher level. I mean, this has to be made that how can I even say this? Like, it has to be made a priority, you guys. No
Well,
matter
what
what
you need
done,
is
you know.
we need one state to step up and say, hey, this needs to be done, and then the rest of the states to adopt the law. That is what it would take.
Yeah.
And that's the sad part of it, is a lot of these community meetings and things like that, you don't see the real issues. They're talking about stoplights and places that are parking lots are being built, or historic buildings, which I'm not taking anything away from any of those things. Those are important things as well. But 1,000 missing children in 2 counties and where a stop sign is totally different priorities to me.
Right.
And I actually know a lady that built an app, and it still hasn't went live, but when it does, I will share that app all over creation. But she's built an app where you can download an app and people are able to communicate with her and then her team, and they're able to put out missing kids and missing people in general. But it's getting the word out that that app exists and getting people to not turn their heads or to not pay attention or to actually download the app. And yes, Kelly, election time is a great time to start pushing stuff like that.
Thank you, Siggy. Excuse me. Thank you, Siggy. Um, that's it. They're not at all. Not even remotely. They're the last priority out there of anything in in society right now, and it's sad. And they say they're protecting them, but I don't think they are. There's so much more stuff that could be being done, and so many more things that can be being done to protect them, in my opinion, of course.
Yeah, and how many families have you seen in the years that you've been doing this, Dago, that have had to go to courthouses and hold silent protest to be noticed?
It's well, okay. Let's. I mean, this is a little different because it's not a child or anything like that, but Miss Barbara, okay,
Yep,
Timmy
there's
D.
one.
Miss Barbara spends her life standing on the steps
Mhm.
of the courthouse, guys. That's what she's done since Timmy passed. That's all she's done because she wants true justice. She
Brandon
really does.
Dassey. There's another one.
Yeah.
But it's however you get noticed. The Murder Billboard of Cookeville, Tennessee, I'm close with a lot of those families. And, one of the people that are on that billboard that are one of those cases is Johnny Cash's niece. It doesn't matter who you are, who you know, or who you kin to. It's whether or not you can get lawmakers to do the right thing. And that's like pulling teeth most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Bill says it's not that difficult. Find a way to get federal officials paid to implement, monitor, and maintain the system through circular funding. No, it will get done. That's well, that's a good point, Bill. Um, welcome, Elizabeth. Hi, Mom. I was in a chat briefly today. This individual always thinks he knows everything. I have a question. As I'm taught, not all states are citizens mandated reporters of domestic violence. Not everyone is mandated, but there are. Well, that was to you, Mom. I'm sorry. I don't mean to take the question. Go ahead.
You're fine. Go ahead. Because, it's regulated by state. It is regulated by state, and it depends on what you are. It could depend on whether or not you are a YouTuber, an investigative reporter, a teacher, a police officer, a CPS worker.
Firefighter, EMT. Yeah, right. That's all true, and not everyone is mandated to do that, but as a human being, you know what I mean? We should be mandated to do that.
If you see something, say something.
Yeah. Yes, and Toby, yes, that's sadly children are looked at like commodities and property. They're not. They're human beings. They're not property. They belong to themselves, and that's something that it should have never, ever, ever been a thing. Ever.
And Phil Biggs, her name is Courtney Cash. You want a case that'll make you want to rip your hair out? Look that case up. I have a playlist on my channel. It's called What the Hell's Going On in Tennessee. It'll make you want to scream, yell, holler, and just have a meltdown.
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth, some people you can't correct. Some people think they know it all and they're just stuck in their ways. You just have to breathe and woosah and let them waller in their own knowledge. Thank you, Arwhip.
Awesome. That is awesome. Good job, Whip. Bill says, I believe that federal employees that are mandated reporters are mandated nationwide. Yeah. Federal employees, 100%. Doctors and nurses and law enforcement, fire, EMS, psychiatrists. Well, that goes under doctors. But yeah, those people, that is a nationwide scenario. I do believe that is correct. Hey, Melissa, good to see you. And thank you for signing that. If I'm wrong, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to, misinform you. I'm just saying.
My channel name is Mind of Monsters. You will see my evidence photo, which is my profile pic here on my top banner. You're very focused over there, sir.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking up these things, trying to find a real story about this scenario because this is bugging me.
Which scenario? The missing girls in New Jersey?
Yeah, it's some that just stuck with me for some reason. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I sent
bugs
you the
me.
only couple things I could find. It's infuriating. And then I think Gabby's dad posted something that's from 2013. Which was kind of strange. Well, the Gabby Foundation, I'm not sure if it was her dad. I just glanced and saw Gabby, which he's on Twitter too. So either way. I'll have to check that out, Metamom. I love a good documentary. I watched one a while back. I can't remember what the name of that documentary was. I think it was out of California, and it was a girl that was kidnapped. I mean, she was an adult, and the police blew it off and tried to blame her significant other and a bunch of other craziness. And it ended up being some psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of the name of that documentary. I was hot for days over that documentary.
That's so wild. I mean, don't you think that that's a bit underachieved? I guess critical. Like they're really no. I'm not. Okay, Zelda hun, no problem. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you're feeling better, your hand and all that. Get some sleep, please. Love you too, Zelda. Have a great night, hun. It's not underachieved, but like they're underachieving what they should be doing by not putting this all over the place. Other than, I mean, I get the radio station is a high point for media there, but you can't see these kids. You can't see the scenario by hearing it. You know, it's a little different to me. Just saying.
Well, it shouldn't have took 10 minutes and the chat to find something about them. You know, thank goodness that lady put something out.
It took way too long to find anything. That just blows my mind. Like I said, that was the first time I've ever struggled finding something like that. Usually I can think, and I'm pretty quick to get to it. There was nothing any which way I looked, and it's still. NJSP doesn't just hand out info. That's the problem. Just like the Daniel Lopez case, they don't give it. Yeah, that's a good point. Critical. It's a good point.
I have too many cases in my head to remember anything when I want to recall a memory. I'm still looking for the name of that damn documentary.
I have no idea what it is, or what it would be, I should say.
I can't remember the girl's name either, and it's going to drive me nuts till I find it. I'm scrolling through my bookmarks because I know it's in here somewhere. It was a really good documentary, though, and it ended up being a police officer that broke the case.
Hey, Leslie. Good to see you tonight.
We're just scrolling, Leslie. Dago's really upset about these kids in New Jersey that are missing that we knew nothing about, that our wonderful, beautiful chat here alerted us to the children.
It just blows my mind.
American Nightmare was the name of it.
I did see that.
It only took me 10 minutes to find it in my stuff here.
Was that the one that had the multiple different stories in it, or was it just that one specific story?
It was just that one specific story. And it was infuriating. Like, it literally made me want to go through the TV and, like, make eyeballs pop out on law enforcement. And then there was this one female officer that just, like, she could not let it go. Like, it was something that just, like, ate her. And thank goodness that she didn't let it go, because she ended up being the one that broke the case. Yeah, I believe it was Netflix. We don't watch much. I mean, we have a bunch of streaming stuff, but Netflix or Prime is what I usually watch stuff on. CBS is, or not CBS. Shit, what is the other one? The one that did the all the podcasters and everybody. They did. I think you were on it, wasn't you? The one that they did for Delphi.
Yeah.
Y'all, I'm a whole mess tonight, and I slept too. I can't remember nothing. No, it wasn't Paramount. It was the CW. I haven't seen any updates on Rex or Whip.
No, nothing at all on that one. There they are. Looking all over the place for different things. Yeah, there's nothing. I'm typing this in Google. I'm typing this here. There really is. So Critical's 100% right. There's nothing about this anywhere else at all.
Nope. The only thing I could find was from 2023 on looking through Google.
There was something in May.
I found one girl on Twitter. I sent you the link to her. But that was the only one I found.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can find that. 1 second here.
I don't know what that was. Was that me? I hope my laptop doesn't die. If it does, it'll take me a minute to get the Mac up.
Oh, you're fine if it does. No worries. I don't. Okay, so there's that. Yeah.
Metamom, I have not seen anything about the 7M TikTok cult. I think the last cult I looked into was that, I can't even remember what the name of it was, but it was a husband and wife. It was some kind of flaming love or something. I can't even think of what it was called. I'm batting a 10 tonight, y'all. I can't remember nothing.
I can't either, so you don't feel bad. Honest to God. It's a story out of New Jersey, Leslie, which there is nothing else for us to find on it, honestly. That's all I was looking for. Critical came in and said that there were 6 kids missing from the same area around the same time. They were all 6 girls, younger girls, or like teen girls, I'm sorry. And the biggest problem with the whole thing is that there is nothing on it. There was a radio show that put something out on it.
Yes, Metamom, Twin Flames. That was what it was. I had talked about it in a live one night, and I had somebody that broke away from the cult comment on my live, but she didn't feel comfortable coming up and doing an interview, which would have been really interesting because that was like, I think it was like a 5-part series. Have you seen that, Dago? The Twin Flames?
No.
Dude, you're talking about some weird stuff. Research 7M. All right. And she's got my intriguing going here. Dancing for the Devil? Ooh. I may watch that to go to bed. Where's my ink pen?
Where's that located at?
Netflix. They will get you.
Netflix has actually had quite a bit of like the docuseries stuff about that goes into the true crime stuff in the areas of what we talk about and what we look at. That has been quite interesting lately.
The 7 a.m.
Here's how bad NJSP is. Danielle Lopez went missing in April. Her car was found the day she went missing. NJSP didn't release info about the car being found. Wow. Really?
Mm-mm. That name sounds familiar.
So a whole month later, I know the name too. Annie Elise has a couple videos about it too. Wow. That is horrible. Let me see something here.
I work so much anymore. I haven't been able to catch Annie in a while. Oh, wow. This was back in May? She's a pretty girl. Metamom, sometimes staying off YouTube is a good thing. I took almost a 2-month break. But the thing about YouTube, though, is when you take a break, when you come back, you feel so lost. Because you done missed all the deets and you don't know what's going on. And then there's like this flood of cases that you don't know anything about. And you're like trying to catch up on everything. And do you feel like that, Dayo? You don't ever get to take a real break, though.
No, I don't. Even when I do, I'm dealing with other bullshit that surrounds this channel stuff. So it's always, something nonstop. Here is the missing flyer for Danielle. Missing person. She's 37 years old, brown hair, green eyes, height 5'4", weight 135 pounds. New Jersey. Wow. Okay. Let's try that one more time. The New Jersey State Police Missing Persons Unit is seeking the public's assistance in locating a missing 37-year-old female. Danielle Lopez last spoke with her family on April 12th of 2024. When she stated she was going camping at Wharton State Park, Danielle was last seen on Saturday, April 13th at approximately 9:11 a.m. at the Wawa located at 4 Route 72 in Vincenttown, New Jersey. Which I believe is this photo right here. They're saying the far right. She is known to frequent the Brendan T. Byrne State Forest, Pemberton Township, and Willingboro Township. Danielle's 2008 two-door blue Hyundai Accent was found disabled on Lost Lane Road in Penn State Forest, Woodland Township. Anyone with information is asked to contact the New Jersey State Police Missing Persons Unit, 609-882-2000, extension 2554. This reminds me of what is that? What was her name? We covered her like quite a bit. And the Arizona, the girl that went missing in Arizona in the white car.
The one that Steve was doing so much work on.
Chelsea Grimm. Yes, thank you.
No.
And Avery both. Yeah, Chelsea Graham, that's the one. Steve was on that one. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of the same type almost the same type of situation. They wear
I'll be
foundation.
right back. I just had a security light come on out back. I'll be right back.
Okay, sorry. No problem. Interesting and crazy at the same time. Yeah, Chelsea Graham. I mean, Chelsea's situation seems to be a little different than this at this point, but I don't even know. I don't even know. Okay. Hmm. Katie Ferguson. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that one too. That's awesome, Gina. Congrats. I'm glad. I hope it feels better. That's some. I hate when stuff gets in my eyes. It really is like the most irritating type stuff in the world, especially when you can't get it out. Let me see. Oh, okay. Yes, I did get this. Leslie, hold on.
Okay, sorry. It was deer. You never know, though. And I didn't have the sliding glass door locked back there, so I wanted to make sure it wasn't a bagooger.
Yeah, one of them things. So, hold on here. Leslie just sent me this. If I can throw it in here. Hold on. Is it going to let me do it? I have to download it first. That's the problem. Hold on a minute. All right. Move that there and blow this up here. I got you. I got it, Leslie. You didn't have to send a super chat for that, and thank you, but you didn't have to. All right. So this, I think, is what. Let me blow it up a little bit. Whoa, whoa, no. Cast it. So it's either one thing or Jesus. Their names are Gabriel, Jeremy, Susie, Fritz, and Cassidy at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. William Afton dressed up as a yellow rabbit to gain children's trust and invited them to follow him to the safe room and say he stuffed the bodies in the restaurant. Yeah, that was a movie though. That wasn't real. That didn't actually happen, did that ever? Is that what you're talking about, Leslie? Or are you talking about the movie itself? That's not based off of a true scenario, is that, Mom? Do you know? Are you there, Mom?
Not that I know of.
I didn't think so either.
The Yellow Rabbit. What?
That was a movie. It's Five Nights at Freddy's. I saw the movie. I mean, it's if you like those kinds of movies, it was okay. But there was no, from my understanding, is that it wasn't based off of any kind of true events. It was a fictional movie. Is that what you're bringing up, Leslie? Is just to tell me about the movie, or were you like saying that that's? Oh, I got that, Avery. I got your email too, just so you know. But is that what you were saying?
Didn't that start out as a game Or was it a movie
Yeah,
first?
It was a video. I think it was a video game, and then it turned into a movie. Because I just watched the movie about 3 months ago, I think.
Yeah, I never let the kids play that game. That game was weird.
It's actually kind of creepy, to be honest with you. Caden played it a little bit, and he even was like, "Dad, this is a little strange." So I'm like, "Yeah."
Grand Theft Auto was safer than that was. And if it creeps me out, then it takes a lot.
I didn't think it was like gonna be like that. I thought it was just a typical kids kind of like horror game, maybe, or. But then they made the movie. Yeah, 1 minute, Avery.
Oh, Gina, did you get that out of your eye? Did she get it out of her eye?
She said she did, yeah.
Was it the moonshine or the water and shot glass? I'm just curious.
Probably the shot glass. Did the shot glass work, Gina? Is that what it was?
No, Phil, the American Nightmare I'm talking about is a documentary, and it was about this chick that got it was a woman, and she got abducted, and then she was gone, and this guy had her like held in some weird cabin, and like he was a weirdo, and she ended up walking back home. So like they treated her like a criminal, like interrogated her. They interrogated her. I think it was her fiance. It might have been her husband. It's been a while since I watched it. And like they treated her like it was all fake, and like she had faked her own kidnapping and all this other stuff. And come to find out that a piece of duct tape, of all things in the world, a piece of duct tape is what broke that case.
Really?
And like yeah, dude, one of the detectives was like let go, and they were ridiculed, and like had this whole press conference and ran her family through the mud and ran her through the mud. And it ended up being that like she was actually like kept by this guy. Yeah, but female serial killers give me the creeps, man. There's only a handful of them, and depending on what state you're in, which I think this is crazy too. So depending on what state you're in, how many people you take the lives of is what depends on whether or not you're deemed a serial killer. And I don't think that's right. Here in Florida, it's 4.
I thought it was 3 or more.
Three parts on Netflix. I know that was the name of it. Oh, I done left the page now. Arg.
What the hell? My left hand's going numb. Maybe I'm sitting on my elbow too long. That's weird. Come on, wake up. Wake the fingers up. Hell Camp. I saw that one, Critical. I watched that. That was wow. That's all I can say is wow. That's some crazy shit right there.